This might be the collectively individual the whole internet hates, because this one just keeps on saying some crazy ass shit every time I take a look at it. Let's take a look at the most pathetic streamer desperately tries to apologize after losing everything. Before we do that, make sure to click the like button on this video and sub to the channel if you want to watch more. Let's check it out.
Okay, we got a lot of updates to the whole Hassan group situation. Basically, Hassan's former head moderator, Frogan, has released a video on her YouTube channel responding to H3H3. And no joke, this might be the worst apology I've seen in a while. She talks about how her wishing death and PTSD on US veterans was actually her misspeaking on a live stream, despite
misspeaking. I think you made it very clear. And I think that it's kind of sickening and disgusting to be a US citizen and sit and say those kind of things about your veterans and people that work in the military to protect your own country. That's actually nuts. Like, I feel like at that point, there should be a vote to deport you somewhere else.
Literally triple downing on it, calling it base the next day. She talks about how
Based?
empathetic she is towards H3H3 when her and a group of friends literally try to ruin his life and called CPS on his kids. We also have another pathetic streamer in Hassan's orbit named Denims, who also apologized for spreading the false rumors about H3H3's kids, but then somehow makes the situation about herself and plays victim. And then as usual, we have Hassan crashing out yet again, denying that the backlash to the content cop is even real, saying that the dislikes are fake. He also defends the creepy psychopath Bad Empanada who simulated shooting Ethan's wife in a video game. But yeah,
what the fuck? What the how can you defend these people, man? How can you defend them? That is fucking insane.
Lots of updates, juicy episode. Grab your snacks. We're gonna go over all of this one by one. Starting with Frogan's new video, Frogan's response to Ethan Klein.
I think the content cop was great. You know, I feel like Ian approached it in a way that nobody else does. He approached it with empathy, and you know, it was supposed to make people feel bad for Ethan.
So
I'll be real with you guys. That content cop made me feel something. It really did. It made me feel an emotion I actually forgot that I had, because I always thought I felt it, but I knew I didn't really feel it. It made me feel true cringe. Because I swear to God, the first 2 minutes of that video made me cringe so much, so hard that I felt physical pain and sickening. Because I've never felt that. I've never cringed at something as hard as I did in a very, very, very long time than I did to that video. And that was impressive. It really was. It was uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable. It was so weird.
So the purpose of the content cop was for people to feel bad for Ethan. Definitely not hate his guts and harass him and his family even more. I mean, you've got to be kidding me. The entire content cop was iDubbbz literally blaming Ethan for crashing out while leaving out the entire context that your friend group literally called CPS on his kids and sent him human skulls in the mail. The content cop had zero empathy, and you people acting like you're somehow caring when you're some of the most vile people on the planet is just crazy. Now, if you guys remember, the last time we talked about her, she was crying, melting down on stream, wondering if karma is real, asking people, what did I do to deserve this? And here she continues on that point.
One of the main things, especially as content creators, people tend to dehumanize us and forget that we're living normal people just like you. So obviously, with so much pressure on the internet, both on myself, and I'm sure Ethan can relate to this too, it's hell. It's hard to manage. It's hard to deal with. So I feel like Ian approached it in a way that was more so holding a friend accountable and in a softer way, and wanted to generate empathy for Ethan. Other people.
So you can sit there saying that while you're sitting on your big ass on a chair at home, on the comfort of your home, eating takeout food every single day, while you're talking about veterans that are going out to unknown territories in war, and you wish they have PTSD, that you feel they should feel bad and have it bad, they should like end it, like, and you think you can confidently sit there and say that and people will take your words with a grain of salt? That's nuts. Like you're fucking delusional. How disgusting.
People don't do that.
Yeah, I love how she talks about dehumanizing people. Meanwhile, Hassan and her group literally do this all the time.
True.
You completely dehumanize the other side so much to the point where you become utterly vile people. Hassan watches babies getting murdered and laughs and says they deserved it because they're from the other side and they're settlers.
Yeah.
Literal babies. I mean, you
They say that about the grape victim as well because it's the other side, and they keep on saying this about all the things. Like they don't view them as human. Like, yeah, apparently. With all the clips I've seen and the videos I've seen, it seems that it's interesting that they still are on the platform, and it's always shocking. I think that most people on Twitch, I think majority of Twitch users are kind of shocked that they are allowed to be on the platform.
gotta be a complete psychopath. And yeah, I imagine the backlash is hard to deal with when you wish US veterans PTSD and say they should all die and be denied healthcare, and then you double triple down on it, say that you want to recreate 9/11 with a birthday cake. I mean, I imagine it's hard to deal with the consequences of your own actions and your own words. Then she talks about her appearance in the Content Cop video.
I received a text asking to say something nice about Ethan, and to be honest, I thought about it long and hard because I was like, this man does not deserve anything nice from me. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. Maybe it'll give me some closure. So I wrote a letter to Ethan and I read it off, and iDubbbz put it in the video, and this was Ethan's reaction to the video.
I bet you would.
I will be reading my letter off because I don't want to sound robotic. H3 used to be the sports for good that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations for me to start creating content, so all this has stunk. I hope you really hear this, and I wish you the best.
I think.
Listen,
Thank you.
Rogan, she's so dumb that you almost can't be even mad at her.
She did wish us the best in the end. It almost felt like the nicest one of them all.
I think she was the only one being genuine,
Yeah.
actually. So I don't want to, whatever, just Rogan, just chill, okay? Just stop being an idiot and I'll stop talking about you. It's really simple math.
She's also by far the smallest creator of the bunch.
Right.
I mean, is it even like cool that he included her? Like, she's just gonna get more shit for being involved.
It's not cool.
And,
on
like,
his
it's
behalf.
not- it's
he
total-
knows what like this entails.
This part made me laugh because it was very tone deaf.
Her using the word tone deaf is absolutely hilarious. Do you even hear yourself? Ethan is literally saying iDubbbz did you a disservice putting you in the video because you're gonna get a lot of backlash. What Ethan is doing is showing empathy here. He's talking about how it must be hard for you to deal with because you're a small creator and you're not used to all of this backlash. And he was right, you did end up crying on stream. So he's actually showing empathy here. Meanwhile, you just said that even the little nice thing you said about Ethan in the Content Cop, you didn't want to say it. You actually couldn't think of a single nice thing to say, so you didn't even mean it. I mean, how hypocritical can you actually be? Then she goes complete narcissist mode, talking about how the content nuke was about her and how she's not actually irrelevant.
It was very tone deaf, and he's acting like half of his content nuke wasn't about me. Half of the content nuke, the entire ending half, was about me. So if I'm so irrelevant and so uncool to include, why the f was I in your goddamn video?
Yeah, this is some crazy narcissism. Like, as I said, the only reason people talk about you is because you're a horrible person who says and does horrible things. You're kind of like Johnny Somali, you know, just a broke, pathetic, complete loser, and people only talk about you to make fun of you. And yes, you are completely irrelevant. Like, if you noticed, the last few times I talked about her, I had to put Hassan Mod in the title or just some generic word like pathetic streamer. I've never actually used her name in a title because you get no views. Nobody knows who you are.
Damn.
I think it's funny that you think me being in the iDubbbz video is what's going to cause this harassment, when in reality, it's you, Ethan. You're acting like you haven't spent the last year and a half doing everything in your power to push people to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL to get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi.
Oh yeah, the joke. You mean the literal racist tier list you made that ranked
This shit was crazy. So she basically made a tier list and put Arabs on top and then loves Sabra, which is like, I think this some Israeli kind of brand or something like that for homos or something like that. I'm not really sure. Think it's a slur, ask for perms. That Jewish food is a Jewish reference. Yeah. So like You're separating people like this, man. What the fuck you think you're doing? Makes the same things with Jews or black or white people, and you see the problem ASAP. Exactly. Let's make a white tier list and see what people react. Like if somebody did that on, by the way, this was on Twitch.com. This was on Twitch.com done. Can you believe that? If somebody came up and made a white tier list, I'm gonna rank who is the whitest and who's not on Twitch and make it like this. You think Twitch will be fine with it? You think anybody would be fine with it? Hell fucking no. Nobody's fine with this either. The same goes if we did a black tier list, East Asian tier list, Asian tier list, whatever. It doesn't matter.
People from Arab to Jew. I mean, it was literally against Twitch terms of service. You obviously deserve to be banned for that. But no, guys, I'm not dehumanizing people. But Jews, though, it's so disgusting. This is the person on Twitter calling you a Nazi, by the way. The
Northerner
irony is
tier
insane.
list, Sweden,
Then she uses
Denmark,
the classic
F,
Hamas piker
all the way
tactic
up.
and accuses
Number
Ethan
one.
of being racist.
This next section is about the double standards of Ethan's thinking. Let's get started with this clip.
Personally, though, and I've seen Hassan do this before, is he's accused me of it. He goes, "Oh, you just hate Muslims."
Finland, they
It's
don't
like,
exist.
bro, can you
Just Sweden.
actually just can you actually please just respond to a real argument? Like, please, bro. You know, he just like, you can't just sweep everything away by saying that. It's just not right. I have never, they accuse me of doing it. They go, oh, Ethan's just targeting Arab and Muslim creators. It's like, I have never one time mentioned her hijabi or brought anyone's fucking identity into my criticism of them.
You haven't said anything about me being Muslim directly, but your ideas about Muslims are pretty obvious from what you say.
Okay, so she's popped up 2 tweets here as examples of Ethan being racist. Let's actually take a look at the tweets. So the left one here is Ethan criticizing literal terrorists. And then the second tweet is Ethan playing a game called Twitch or Terrorist, where they basically flash a quote on screen, and you have to guess if it was said by a Twitch streamer or a terrorist. And when you see quotes like America deserved 9/11,
And you know how you figure out which one is either? The terrorists are usually the one that's mostly educated. The one that creates a sentence in a way that seems more formal are the terrorists. The ones that speak like an absolute moron are the Twitch streamer.
it's kind of hard to guess if that was a Twitch streamer or a terrorist because, you know, it's so similar, which is why the game actually works in the first place. Then we get to the best part. Frogan says that she misspoke when she wished American veterans had PTSD.
The next thing I want to bring up are the double standards both Ethan and Gila have for themselves. Let's get started with this clip.
We misspoke. It didn't sound good. We immediately corrected ourselves. You know, that's how mature people do. That's how how you're supposed to handle yourself, isn't it? Like, what more do you want me to do?
I have no problem apologizing and admitting and whatever is needed when things happen.
This was in response to people bringing up how Gila said Yoav Gallant was a great guy, even though he's literally a war criminal and pro-genocide. I'm a live streamer as well. I know being live for hours and hours on end, you can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I said the thing about the U.S. military.
Oh, that's right. She just misspoke, guys. After
Classic.
double, triple downing on it the next day. After she literally looked back on the clip after all of the backlash and still agreed with it. I mean, I gotta play the clip. I'm sorry.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. But like any other motherfucker, you're joining them. You're, oh my god, I want my Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you.
Just misspoke, guys. She misspoke.
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base?
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 Like, am I supposed to be like, I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Based?
Based. I'm not walking back on it, guys. I still agree with it. Meanwhile, now, I misspoke, guys. You know, you stream for 5 hours.
Oh my
You just don't
lord.
know what you're saying. Also, boo-hoo, I hope you get PTSD and die. I mean, you can't make this up, guys. This is just absolute cinema. Like, how do you encounter a person this absolutely disgusting?
What a fucking Weasley little liar,
True,
dude.
Then she
Hassan.
compares her apology to Elo's apology.
Just I
Brother.
want to explain it because people bring it up nonstop. I apologized for it right away when Ethan made a video to address this on his Ethan Klein channel. I
Next day, I think it
made a
was.
quick appearance in that video just to say I'm sorry, I misspoke. I shouldn't have called him a really good guy. Like, I don't know why I said it like that.
What more do you want from me? I did the same exact thing.
Okay, you can't be serious. So Gila immediately apologized the day after and did not double down like you did. It is completely different. If you went live the next day with actual remorse and said, I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was thinking. I was in the heat of the moment. I said something vile. I shouldn't have. I won't do it again. I don't agree with that. Then we wouldn't be here. People make mistakes all the time. It's fine. But every single action you've done to this date just doubles down on what you've said that time, and you obviously still believe it, and you routinely wish the worst on everyone you don't actually like. So I don't know, it's just not the same at all.
And to those who are constantly defending me and having my back, I appreciate you and thank you so much. You know, during a time like this, it feels like the damage has been done physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. But, you know, after a year and a half of harassment, it feels very calming that people are actually finally on my side.
Who?
I think she's just a moron, chat. I think she's just dumb. Like, honestly, that's what I'm starting to think. Like, what the fuck is this nonsense? I think she's kind of just stupid and doesn't like, this is just how it ended with. Maybe she's not evil. I think she's just stupid. Like, straight up, I think she's just an absolute moron. Because like that's the only thing that makes sense with all of these, like what's going on here. Holy fuck.
Who are you dreaming?
Yeah,
Who is
right.
actually on your side? This is some Hassan level delusion, bro. 99% of people are not on your side. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's the complete echo chamber. I mean, yeah, I mean, if the only people you talk to are your little group of iDubbbz, Hassan, Denims, then yeah, I guess people are on your side. But if you ask any regular person on the internet or in real life, they will not like you. If they hear the things you've said, they will think you're a vile, disgusting person. And all of this damage you were talking about, oh, I've been damaged physically. Like, the only physical damage been done to yourself is when you stuff yourself every day, let's be honest. You decided to yap on the internet, and you got criticized for it. Like, how is that other people's fault? Then she says her life is now hell because of all the backlash.
It's been a nightmare for me. To Ethan, if you're watching this for some reason, you've made my life hell. I will say that. You've made my life fucking hell.
You did?
But at the end of the day, what I said at the end of the content cop still stands. I wish you the best.
Yeah, Ethan, I wish you...
I think you've done all that yourself, miss with the things you said, the things you've done. I mean, you made your own bed. Don't put the blame on somebody else. You sound like a League of Legends player right now. You made your own bed. You said what you said, and you might be a moron for saying, and you probably are a moron, and that's why you said these things. That's why you're thinking this way, but you did all this yourself. Don't give anybody else a trophy that you deserve, because this is on you, girl.
The best, but also I want your kids taken away from you, and I'm gonna lie about you at every chance. You know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm glad your life is hell. Like, you are one of the few people that actually deserve it. This pathetic excuse for an apology is not gonna change anyone's mind. You made my life hell. I'm sorry. Aren't you associating with people who call CPS and send human skulls? You didn't even mention that once, obviously, because that would make her look bad. Ian approaches Content Cup with empathy. Ian in the Content Cup claims Ethan needs a good ass whooping. Plays the "oh brother, this guy stinks" soundbite because the Seattle guy wouldn't go along with his dumb plan to lower Ethan's apology grade. Never gives context for the CPS stream. Says that Ethan has always been a light friend. Misrepresents his arguments about the tier list. Poses with the blatant swastika sword. Weaponizes Ethan's history of mental illness. Turned a segment where he was supposed to say something nice about Ethan into a personalized therapy session where he cries on camera because people don't like his wife. Dropped a video a month after he said on the podcast he didn't want to get involved with drama. I don't even like Ethan, but his content cut was so blatantly in bad faith and gaslighty that it baffles me anybody could have liked it after sitting down to watch it. Exactly. That's like most of our takes, honestly.
I don't even dislike Ian at all. Well, and I don't even give a shit about Ethan, but like that Content Cop was just so fucking dog shit, man. I could not watch it. I could not watch it at all. It was just so cringe and stupid. Like, it was just so bad. And I've heard enough from people that have actually watched it that it doesn't bring any points up. Like 95% of the video is complete trash.
No problem apologizing. Doesn't apologize.
Shadow what it used to be. Yeah, you compare it to the original Content Cops, man. Those were cinema. Absolute cinema, but this was dog shit.
Denim's apology now. This is the woman who made fun.
This woman here, I absolutely hate. Okay, so here's the thing. So this woman here put a bounty on one of my friends, and he got a call from FBI one day and asking if he want to pursue like legal action against her, because this girl literally sat there on stream and put like a $30,000 bounty on one of my friends. And if you don't know what that means that you pay someone to kill them. And or it's her. Yeah, this is her. But like, here's the thing that he didn't want to pursue it because he talked to his dad, and they both watched it. And you know what they figured out? They thought that she was just an absolute moron. They didn't think that she said what she said. They just thought she was super fucking stupid. Like really, really stupid. And there's a word for it, but I'm not going to say the word. But she thought she was really, really stupid. So that's why he just didn't pursue anything and told the FBI agents, just calm down, it's fine.
Of R-word victims and denied essay happening because they were Israeli, and, you know, humanizing them is not at all allowed. First, Ethan points out how Denim's called his wife a baby killer.
Who literally calls my wife a baby killer.
I've literally never called your wife a baby killer.
Just to like bring her back to reality for a second.
I mean, having the queen is cell
You
phoning.
opened the
Damn,
dude.
The IDF member is bringing us back to reality. Okay? The IDF member is bravely taking a break from killing unarmed children to bring us back to reality.
Now, she did
Sorry,
say children.
Terror babies. Terror babies.
No, she called them terror babies.
Sorry.
Yeah. I see you were trying to be generous there.
Yeah, so just for some context
Terror
to show how
babies.
deranged this is, Ethan's wife, Hila, was a secretary. She wasn't on the front lines, like gunning down people or something. She was serving mandatory military service. There's a bunch of countries in the world where if you were born...
Yeah, in Israel, you have to go to the military. There's no, you can't really say no to it. You can say no to it, but what ends up happening is that it will be a part of your resume. So every time you apply a job in Israel, they will deny you because you weren't a part of the military. That's what I have been informed from by Israelis, at least, that's the factor. So you need to attend the military.
There, you have to enlist in the military. Now, you don't have to actually go in on the front lines and shoot people, and that's not what Hila did. She had a desk job. She was a secretary. These people are so unhinged, they'll try to dehumanize anyone who disagrees with them and then lie about it. Now, Ethan talks about her quote-unquote apology, where she apologizes for literally lying about Ethan's kids.
Oh, well, what about the Denim's apology? She did a quote-unquote apology.
All right. Well, that's actually...
I'm obviously embarrassed
glad to
by
hear
that
that.
clip of me talking about poop. I obviously don't want people to watch it.
Wait, you don't like that one? What about the one of you saying children can't remember
hey,
things?
let's hear her out.
Okay. I've
Stop
watched
cutting
the
her
clip
out.
already. That's why I'm getting triggered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you're streaming it for everybody to see.
Sorry?
And it's embarrassing and it's mean-spirited. It's like, hey man, I'm sorry. You know what?
Sorry? I'm mean-spirited for showing you
Crazy ass take.
talking about my kids eating shit.
That's insane.
You're the victim of that. She's the victim of watching a bad empanada video and talking about my kids eating dog shit. You're the victim.
Yeah, you don't understand, Ethan. She is the victim here. Everything is actually about her. After lying about Ethan's kids and leading to CPS being called on them, she says she's embarrassed about that clip. Oh my god, Ethan, why are you still showing the clip? We're past that. I mean, maybe don't flip and lie about people, you absolute freak. And then she doubles down again, saying that she only did it because Ethan called her the B word.
You know what? You're right. It was mean-spirited that I showed people that clip. You're right. It was.
It sounds like she's being sarcastic anyway.
But that's after you called me
Called
like
her
a
a bitch?
fucking 20 times and like...
Oh, come on. First of all, even if I just maliciously out of nowhere called you a bitch, does that justify lying about my children eating dog shit that led to the CPS coming to my house? Are we fucking insane? Of course, I didn't call you a bitch in a vacuum. I called you that for...
I'm surprised Ethan has not sued the fuck out of these people. I'll be real with you. Like, that's crazy. Calling the CP... Dude, that's crazy.
telling Israeli survivors that they're liars.
Yeah, so if somebody swears at you, you're allowed to lie about their kids eating dog shit and have their kids taken away from them. That is a totally proportionate reaction to somebody swearing at you. Ladies and gentlemen, another one of Hassan's best friends right here. Just some of the most moral people on the planet, actually. And you know, I have to ask you guys genuinely, right? After seeing all the videos I've made and just showing how completely unhinged these people are, how do they still have a following? Like, is politics really that bad where you can ignore all of this blatant, disgusting shit just because it's your side? Can you not have nuance and say, okay, these people may be on my side, but they're taking it way too far and I can't support this? Like, I know you guys get it in most.
Unfortunately, no, it doesn't seem like that because there are people backing them. Even the platform is backing them up. Like, no. Their radical views are supported.
People in my comments get it, but occasionally you'll get that one comment from that fucking psychopathic Hassan fan who's just still brainwashed in this cult. And I don't know, I guess you guys need to tell them, like, shut the hell up, you know? I don't know.
You're right. I'm sorry for what I've done to you, but I didn't do it for no reason. I did it because of all this other stuff that you had done first.
Sorry, but that makes her sound even crazier. You don't lie about people's kids and have CPS go to their house because somebody was mean to you. Do you not see how psychotically insane, how warped and broken your brain is? Holy shit, dude.
She sounds like a little kid. You did it first.
Call me names. If you say I'm in, well, you already do. You don't talk about my kids eating dog shit. Call me a bitch. Call me a douche. Whatever. You know what I mean? That would be the same. What a psychopath.
I mean, I gotta agree. This is psychopath behavior. No normal person actually does this. And I'm glad the internet is realizing this because I've been a day one Hassan hater and Hassan groupie hater. And I've been trying to show everybody how insane these people are. And I'm partly glad that they keep getting
he has tics.
more unhinged day by day. So regular people can see them for what they truly are, you know? Anyways, moving on to Hassan, you know, just denying reality in front of him, just melting down about the dislikes on the video.
Yeah, 6 million views in 5 days, by the way. What a flop this was, huh? God damn. The like-dislike ratio ain't good. Yeah, the dislike ratio counter is not correct. It can only make a assumption on what it is. The extension is not accurate. I think a lot of people just want to feel like it's
classic.
It's valid to convince themselves that this is like a dud or something.
I just want you to know that the last time I think we actually even covered Hassan on this channel was when what was it called, the Trash Taste podcast had him on, and the dislike ratio was like 90% or 95% or something. And then also because they had Hassan on, and basically Hassan was going crazy about it and told his fan base to go and berate and spam like the video to negate the dislikes. And C-Dog and everybody else hated the fuck out of that because that's not what they want to see. They don't like that at all.
And that there isn't a lot of people that are...
If it's not accurate, Ian just should show it. Yeah, exactly true. If it's so false, Ian would show up a picture of it.
Not on Ethan's side on this.
Hi,
that's right.
Doing?
The 500k dislikes on iDubbbz' video, completely fake. It's actually a 99% positive like ratio, guys. All the people who hate Hassan just don't exist. Fake, bots. All the videos I've made that have a 99% like ratio hating on Hassan and his group friends, yeah, they're all fake. You guys are all fake as well. Anyways, if you thought Hassan couldn't get worse, here he is defending Bad Empanada, the psychopathic creep who wanted to kill Ethan's wife in a video game.
Like, that's why he's mad. Like, Bad Empanada behaves in an insane way, just like Ethan behaves in an insane way. That's it. And you can't deal with someone giving back the same level of smoke to you. Like, he'll be like, Bad Empanada played that, you know, the Al Aqsa game or whatever, the role reversal Palestinian game.
Role reversal game has to be the top 10 most unhinged things I've ever heard.
Amazing.
Very rational, Hassan, as always. So, you know, hypothetically, if somebody made a game specifically where they were searching for Frogan to hypothetically Minecraft pickaxe in game, obviously.
Oh, is he sitting in a
that is
sweater?
completely okay. That is not psychotic
he lives in
at all,
LA,
right?
man.
I just love how Hassan...
it's too cold in LA. You gotta wear a sweater. Way too cold, man. I That's the funny thing. I don't know. Maybe they got their AC cranked to
hypothetically
max.
Minecraft pickaxe in game, obviously. That is completely okay. That is not psychotic at all, right? I just love how Hassan has so few supporters now that he has to resort to getting help from absolute deranged lunatics like Bad Empathy.
Whenever you start getting the support of people that are insane and terrorists, I think that you have reached a low that you yourself should realize. Like, I mean,
it's just funny how desperate he is at this point.
That's
Anyways,
crazy.
quick bonus clip of Hassan being a massive hypocrite.
I like that immediately. The first thing is like, let's remove this photo, please. Like, it's always policing content. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Policing content.
Where else have I heard that phrase?
Didn't you participate in a fucking series called Content Cop?
I was just thinking
You want to talk to me about policing content? You fucking dipshit, dude.
Absolute
Look in the
irony.
goddamn mirror.
Anyways, click this video or Frogan comes to your house,
Oh, hell
ransacks your
no.
fridge, and eats all of your food.
Oh.
That's it, guys. I love my job. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
That's crazy. No, I think that's... I think what we're dealing with are absolute morons, man. I think they're just dumb. Like, honestly, I just think they're dumb. It amazes me that some just sits there and listens to it. But like, yeah, at the end of the day, people watch what they want to watch. But that's crazy. Good video. I thought that video was good. I thought we could I was debating about watching actually Frogan's video, but then I thought that nah, let's this guy probably covers more around the W vid. That was a good one. That was a fun one.